Hey guys, it's Ramdruid here today, and today we're going to be looking at the first boss in the Night Hold, the Crystal Scorpion, Scorpyron. So, first of all, let's start with a general and basic rundown of the boss. One small note is that this guide will be focused on balanced druids and how balanced druids can optimize themselves. So, the boss itself. The boss has many mechanics, one of which is its exoskeleton armor. At the start, it will start with 25 stacks of armor. As you DPS the boss, the stacks will go down. Then, when the stacks hit 0, the boss will then stun itself, and take increased damage. During this phase, you want to pop your cooldowns and hit that boss really hard and get it down. After the stun phase, the boss will then get all of its armor stacks back, and rinse and repeat. Other things to consider while this is happening is, around the room there'll be lots and lots of little scorpions, and these little scorpions will run into the room and need to be nuked down quickly. As a balanced druid, you'll just want to dot them and starfall them, and that will just give you so much cleave damage, which is fantastic. Another mechanic is that every now and then the boss will move to a certain location and do a frontal cleave. What you want to do is when you see it moving and casting a frontal cleave, you'll simply want to move out of it. And a final mechanic he does is, as that exoskeleton I talked about earlier drops off as he loses those stacks, bits of his actual exoskeleton will fall, crashing into the room. Then he'll cast an ability called Shockwave. You'll want to stand behind one of these little shards, which protects you from the blast. One final small thing is, the reason why Shockwave is so deadly is because if you get hit by Shockwave because you're not standing next to or behind one of the crystal shards, you'll get knocked back. And at the edge of the room, there's lots of little clouds, and walking to those little clouds will spawn even more scorpions, which is just deadly. So, now that we've done a basic overview of the fight, we'll move on to talents. If you want a more in-depth guide on the boss, there's many other YouTubers and websites that will do this, but the purpose of this video is to give you a brief overview, but mainly optimizing for balanced druids, talent choices, and how to do the most damage. So, moving on to the talents. For level 15, I like to take Force of Nature. Now, although this looks like a bizarre choice, Force of Nature summons 3 treants. Now, during the stunned phase of the Scorpion, those treants will do a large amount of damage. The reason why Star-Lord is not that great is because Starfall will be your main source of damage, and Starfall does not give you that stellar empowerment, making Star-Lord just unusable. Warrior of Elune is also not that great because it's a very underpowered talent. Level 30, 45, and 60 are all irrelevant. Then, for level 75, you're going to want to take Soul of the Forest. Soul of the Forest reduces the astral cost on your Starfall. This means that you can use it more often and it can be more readily available for when those adds spawn, so you can instantly get that Starfall down on them. Incarnation Chosen of Elune is not so good, because it lasts 30 seconds, but the stun phase is only 20 seconds, meaning that they don't really align cooldown-wise, and you will waste 10 seconds of Chosen of Elune. So that's why Soul of Forest is much better. Moving on to level 90. In level 90, I would take Blessing of the Ancients. Now, the reason I take Blessing of the Ancients over Shooting Stars is because, although there is a lot of adds to dot, those adds die so fast that Shooting Stars is not very valuable. And Blessing of the Ancient is just an overall good choice to keep your astral power going and hitting the boss with your Lunar Strikes and Solar Wraths. Finally, for level 100, you'll definitely want to take Stellar Drift. As you know, it's a massive AoE fight, and Starfall, you'll be using it constantly. And Stellar Drift will just buff your Starfall to do more damage and to be bigger so you can get more adds in each Starfall. So, in conclusion, this is a quite easy fight and a great fight for AoE, and that just means balanced druids flourish in this fight. Me, for example, I did upwards of 1 million damage, and I'm sure people can do even higher. It's just a great fight. And, as I say in conclusion, you're just going to want to dot, Starfall, and kill that boss. So anyway guys, thank you for watching, and leave any questions in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for the next guide on the next boss.